Welcome to Lingua Hub, where teaching, languages, and presentations meet. The idea of the channel is that we teach languages through PowerPoint presentations, so if you like this content, please enlighten us by subscribing. French. Components. Greetings, alphabets, and numbers. Unit 1. Lesson 8. Introduction. Bonjour et bienvenue. Hello, and welcome back to our French Basics series. In today's video, we're going to explore 6 advanced beginner lessons that will take your French skills to the next level. These lessons include demonstrative adjectives, imperative mood, negation, the conditional tense, relative pronouns, and expressions of quantity. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives are used to point out specific things. In French, these are CT, set, and CS. Let's see some examples. Ce, masculine singular. Ce livre, this book. Ce chien, this dog. Cet, masculine singular before a vowel or mute, H. Cet homme, this man. Cet hôtel, this hotel. Cette, feminine singular. Cette maison, this house. Cette voiture, this car. C'est, plural for both masculine and feminine. Ces livres, these books. Ces fleurs, these flowers. Important type. Always match the demonstrative adjective to the gender and number of the noun it describes. Example. Ce garçon, this boy. Ces garçons, these boys. How do you say this book in French? What is the demonstrative adjective for this man? How do you say this house in French? What is the plural form of see? Form a sentence using CS slurs. Lesson 2. Imperative mood. The imperative mood is used to give commands or make requests. In French, it's formed using the present tense of the verb, but without the subject pronoun. Example. Here are some examples. Parler, to speak. Parle, speak. Parles, speak. Formal or plural. Finer, to finish. Finesse, finish. Finisses, finish. Formal or plural. Aller, to go. Bas, go. Aller, go. Formal or plural. Important type. For verbs, drop the S in the to form. Examples. Många. Eat. Ecode. Listen. Interactive questions. How do you say speak? Informal. In French, what is the imperative form of? Finer. Formal. How do you say go? Formal. In French, what is the rule for verbs in the to form? Form a command using ecoder. Lesson 3. Negation. Negation in French is often formed by placing any before the verb and pas after it. Here are some examples. Je parle. I speak. Je ne parle pas. I do not speak. Il mange. He eats. Il ne mange pas. He does not eat. Nous avons. We have. Nous n'avons pas. We do not have. Important type. When negating a verb that begins with a vowel or silent H, any becomes an. Example. Elle aime. She likes. Elle n'aime pas. She does not like. Interactive questions. How do you say, I do not speak in French? What is the negation form of he eats? How do you say, we do not have in French? What happens to any before a vowel? Form a negative sentence using aimer. Lesson 4. Conditional tense. The conditional tense is used to express actions that would happen under certain conditions. It's formed by adding the imperfect endings to the future stem of the verb. Here are some examples. Parler, to speak. Je parlerai. I would speak. Finer, to finish. Tu finirais. You would finish. Aller, to go.
Il irait.
He would go.
Important type.
The conditional tense is often used to make polite requests or hypothetical statements. Example:
Je voudrais un café.
I would like a coffee.
Nous aimerions voyager.
We would like to travel. Interactive questions. How do you say, I would speak in French? What is the conditional form of finer? How do you say, he would go in French? What is the purpose of the conditional tense? Form a polite request using vouloir. Lesson 5. Relative pronouns. Relative pronouns link two clauses together. In French, these include que, o, and don't. Here are some examples.
Qui.
Who, that, which.
La. Femme qui parle.
The woman who is speaking.
Que.
Whom, that, which.
Le livre que tu lis.
The book that you are reading.
Où.
Where.
L'endroit où j'habite.
The place where I live.
Dont.
Of which, whose.
Le film dont je parle.
The movie I am talking about.
Important type.
Choose the relative pronoun based on its role in the clause.
Important type.
Choose the relative pronoun based on its role in the clause. Example:
L'homme qui chante.
the man who is singing.
Le gâteau que j'ai fait.
The cake that I made. Interactive questions. How do you say the woman who is speaking in French? What is the relative pronoun for that in the book that you are reading? How do you say the place where I live in French? What is the relative pronoun for whose? Form a sentence using don't. Lesson 6. Expressions of quantity. Expressions of quantity describe how much or how many of something there is.
Comme une expression inclut beaucoup de, peu de, trop de, and assez de.
Here are some examples.
Beaucoup de.
A lot of.
Beaucoup de livres.
A lot of books.
Il y a beaucoup de gens.
There are a lot of people.
Peu de.
Few, little.
Peu de temps.
Little time.
Nous avons peu de chance.
We have little chance.
Trop de.
Too much, too many.
Trop de travail.
Too much work.
Il y a trop de bruit.
There is too much noise.
Assez de.
Enough.
Assez de nourriture.
Enough food.
Tu as assez de courage.
You have enough courage.
Important type. De.
After expressions of quantity, regardless of the gender and number of the noun. Example:
Beaucoup de livres.
a lot of books.
Peu de temps.
Little time. Always use. Interactive questions. How do you say a lot of books in French? What is the expression for little time? How do you say too much work in French? What is the expression for enough food? Form a sentence using trop de. Now, let's test your knowledge with a quick quiz. How do you say this book in French? What is the imperative form of finer, formal? How do you say, I do not speak in French? What is the conditional form of finer you? How do you say the woman who is speaking in French? Form a sentence using don't. What is the expression for a lot of books? How do you say the place where I live in French? Thank you for watching our video, and if you needed any help, please tell us in the comment section below. Simple project done by Lingua Hub. If you enjoyed, please honor us by subscribing.